neutral so far.
Yeah.
We got some stuff going on here. All right. Stuff is done. We're ready to go. Newbee versus Secret. Best of 3. Elimination match in the lower bracket. Coming into the event. Or at least coming into the pack. There's no real follow-up. Meanwhile, Leh getting charged by the Spear Breaker, but he doesn't have too much kill potential. Oh, if the arrow hits, he would have. Might be able to
it did hit LD. What are you talking about?
Huh?
It hit the neutral. Got him a central kill.
Okay. Like, I know Perfect World's a little laggy, but am I drunk here? Or, you know, without all the benefit?
Done the same thing that Secret's done, but Secret have had to commit their full both their supports full time to the job, whereas Newbee's just had to send like an Enchantress creep hero there.
They are going to make their go on Moo. They catch him out first with the OD, then with the Oracle, and together they get the job done. Last Purifying Flames will get the kill. Now Hao charging in, drops the call down. So they even forced the gyro rotation, but he's not there.
Probably want to kind of group up a bit sooner and fight around the cooldown. And
they're going to charge onto Hao. He does have the cooldown ready, but there's the arrow from Puppey. By the time Hao gets this cooldown off, it's not going to matter. It gets blasted away. 4 heroes. Meanwhile, bottom lane, looks like our Weaver's on a very aggressive dive. Envy just cutting the wave, and in fact finding the Batrider kill solo. So while the team's busy top, Envy's getting things done bottom. And Secret, 3 kills racked up all around the map.
So the nature of their lineup is that they've got these 2 big carries, a Spirit Breaker who's also another hero who doesn't often get a lot of farm, so I think Secret have to be a bit careful about how they kind of play this one. They don't, like, their mid game is not amazingly strong, but going to the late game they've got 3 heroes that all kind of fill that support role, which is where I kind of feel Newbee's draft is a lot more well-rounded and easier to execute. For Secret, they have to make sure they get the False Promise instantly on all the lassos. They have to make sure the OD and the Weaver, like OD and Weaver being the top 2 most farmed heroes in the game, is like a necessity for Secret because of the nature of their draft, having this just 2-core lineup with 3 supports.
Man, they are really stacking up the sentries here. We saw it bottom with the double sentry, and now, again, over here near the Roshan. They are going to find a lasso pick to start this off, though. No Oracle to easily disengage, as he's the one who got caught out, but in the end, it's not going to be enough for a kill. Now Hao popping the call down is going to commit forward into Secret. All 5 still alive. They back away. They pop the Aegis off the bat. Great start here. Bat's low, Chuan's low, Les low. They're all basically out of commission as far as the backliners. And the Venge will end up going down. Misery catch him out. Really good engage from Secret. Tanking right through the call down and the lasso grab. And then low. They are going to charge Moo in the mid lane. Misery tries to get the jump, but the Batrider's there to counter-initiate, dragging him back, but it looks like it got immediately false promised off. Well played there by the Oracle. It's going to disengage now. They look to re-engage, but Misery just gets blown up in the middle of the Newbee squad. Well, they canceled the lasso, but they left the cow in harm's way, and now they've lost a second. Marana gunned down by a Venge stun as she tries to leap away to safety. Envy is split pushing during this time, but it's a slow split push compared to Newbee's 5-man group up.
Yeah. And a very important tower to take down on the map, like to help protect your next Roshan, to just help invade the Radiant Hex, Shivers type items until much later on. You can go for a BKB because you do damage despite having a BKB.
Well, they really want some venison, but Chuan is not the easiest kill. This gives time for the rotation to come in from Newbee, and they look for the counterplay. Puppey getting swapped back. Still kept alive by the Oracle for the time being. Is there going to be enough heal? Flame Break ticking him low, and he will end up dropping just barely. Pi will be next. Hal's going to let out some anger on him, it looks like. Call down coming through. It'll clip him. They also managed to find the Misery Spirit Breaker, and then he goes pop. So it's 3 down for a Chuan Enchantress in the end. Split push or be a relevant force in these team fights.
He's still very farmed here.
Yeah, he's farmed, but it is the nature of Weaver that even when he's got items, he feels pretty underwhelming at this stage.
They
Needs a
break
lot
the
to
Lincolns,
come online.
but no lasso, and wouldn't have been successful with Pi right there anyways.
Yeah, very tough to kill the Weaver in this game, but Pi, though, that's a killable target. Hey, Oracle buddy, how you doing? Envy gonna tank the missile here, and now they go for the swap back into the stun. Lay's like, I got this one. Pile I die, you're mine. And, well, he will be there. It's only a matter of time. Tries to turn, get as much damage out as possible, but he will drop in the end. Moo, though, the trade, the OD ult comes forth, and they quickly clean up the 2 cores of Newbee, leaving a low Spirit Breaker, but that's about it. Weehaw going to get lassoed, but there's no one to follow this one up, so he too will go down. 2 Lay will drop. That's 4. Chuan's going to be number 5, and Secret clean up. Late BKB there on the Razor, and just able to blast away Newbee very quickly.
Yeah, they
just trying to get their dual core ready for the late game. They're not really a team that ever looks to end games early.
They play the economy game better than most teams do when they're ahead.
Oh, they wanted How there. Looked like the arrow was quite close, but doesn't end up connecting. They are coming for the backstab on Envy, though.
Ooh, yeah.
Can they lock him down? He's TPing out in vision. They got to break the Lincolns. Then they got to lasso and burst him. Now before he time-lapses out, they managed to do all of the above. And they sent him 6 feet below.
But Bat Gyro in a pretty good place. Venge is always going to be a really scary late-game hero. Enchantress can dish out pretty big single-target damage on a hero that's locked down and is going right into the Ags.
There's your lasso, and there's your lasso. Probably going to see a lot more of that, but they still look to engage into this. Weehaw pops his BKB. Envy just jumps into the middle of the fight, and a homing missile is going to doink Weehaw while he's still got the ultimate going. But now the BKBs are about to end, and the OD hammer comes down. They slaughter Moo. The rest of Secret dropping fairly low aside from the cores, and Chuan is able to zone them back a bit, but ends up being a 1-for-1 there. Everybody pretty much using all their cooldowns for Secret, and hoping that with no lasso in play, most fights that they can just take down the whole team.
Gets the charge through onto Venge, who's
it's going for the Centaur Stomp, not going to connect, and that leaves Le to the Wolves. He will just get
on lockdown in these fights until they get like a Hex on OD.
Oh, here we go. Venge looking for the swap initiation. It's a swap into a lasso onto Weehaw. Beautiful combination. That was just sick by Newbee. Who needs swap Hex when you've got swap lasso?
Time to get a Blink Pilot. He even had Aether Lens for the extra range. Like
or throw the Lincolns on the OD.
Yeah, and you can't always have the Lotus Orb on him. So they're not going to go for the play if he's Lotus Orb. So you just, if he's ever not got that Lotus Orb for a second, he could be in trouble.
Oh, Envy caught out by the Lincolns here. The Imps come crashing in. 2 crucial core deaths in a row. That one, a bit sloppy by Envy. Out extremely far. No backup.
Damage in a fight. And you're not going to throw spells or damage at Enchantress because she's a support. She doesn't have that many items, but
they may change their tune after the last few fights with Chuan dishing it out, because they'll easily crack their way right through the tower. Now looking for a lane of racks here. Secret on the back foot in game number 1. It's a best of 3, but not looking too good right now for the boys from Europe. How's up in front, and Weaver just getting worked down by the flak damage. Misery hit by a rocket, the homing missile doing its work. They dodge away from the arrow. Howl slowed down a little bit, but absolutely fine. And now they've gotten the lasso of onto Weehaw. Caught him out. Can they finish him off? He goes for the banish. He says, I'll see you guys on the other side. Leave me alone, please. He does get the blink away after the banish, but still ends up going down. The false promise explosion as it ends. He just melts, buys back instantly. Arrow comes fishing. Again, Newbee with the Delta split. So they get the OD, they get the Spirit Breaker as well, force out the buyback. They turn and start laying into Weehaw, and they've taken out a lane of racks. Very clean grab there for Newbee. And they are now fully in the driver's seat.
And they're staffing someone who gets static.
Weehaw, that's the game if he ends up going down, as he did buy back recently, and they're going to start working on him. There's the lasso. Oh, does get cleared out, but still Weehaw on the run as the Lotus Orb comes through. Packs very far away.
He might.
And they do lose Misery. He sacrifices his life for the greater good. Puppy now on the run too. Tule will have to pop his BKB, but he's going to continue flushing Secret back towards their base.
Close to killing OD. He got down to about a quarter HP after the false promise.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Secret could be on their last legs here in the game. They're walking down mid. They just lost the Aegis, but let's see if that stops them. Newbee, confident positioning with How up in front on the high ground. They know that the buybacks are lacking for Secret, and they want to take advantage of that. Pressing forward onto the tier 3 tower. Envy just unable to engage with the Lincolns on cooldown. Has to play this one very close to the vest, and meanwhile, How takes some heavy damage, but not enough to finish him off. Has the cheese, has the satanic, and he's the only one who's really taken anything. Batrider Lasso is ready, prepped up, good to go. Let's see when he strikes. They go again for the swap into Lasso, and Envy caught out once more. Just brilliant play here by Newbee. He will be dropping after this combo. Envy.
You can stop hitting him now, guys.
You guys, oh, you got him. You squashed the bug. They just blasted him with like an entire crate full of raid. They do manage to hold the line, though. They kill off the Gyro as well. Batrider 2 to fall. Buyback from Envy. Huge commitment. And they do hang on to their melee rack, so a good hold by Secret. Could be the turning point, perhaps, if they're going to get back in this game. They catch out Chuan. Orbs coming in from the OD, but still very slow with the auto attacks. Can't even get one off. Chuan's BKB will be ending soon, though.
He's got nowhere
And
to
then
really
he's going to
hide.
be in a lot of trouble. Weeha's isolated him slowly but steadily. They work him down. So they get 3 in the end. I think did they get at least 1 gem out of that as well? Secret? That Rider was carrying one, right?
So gem on the Pilot Eye's got a gem, and the backup gem's probably at like Newbee base right now.
Still overall Newbee get a lane of Rax, and we'll have to see if Secret can get something out of these buybacks. They really need to, it feels like.
Yeah, they want to force Newbee to use their buybacks in return to kind of even the score, and
They got Gyro to buy back.
the only one who actually had buyback, but that was a Mirana. The Moonlight Shadow is just going to get negated by the gem. The arrows, if they can land, are always great, and he'll land one.
Hey guys, I got him! I got him! Let's go! But there's the swap out. Good defensive play, and then able to pop his Ghost Scepter. Very well handled. Not sure if Secret really want to be swarming onto the Razor there. Like, if they actually get on him, that could easily backfire. And the... Oh!
Mistakes were made.
Oh, too much damage!
Tried to push it too hard. It's holding on to the time lapse, and MKB
and that was
proc?
without the lasso, and now they're going to go into Pilot Die. Yeah, it was the MKB proc.
Like, did that even cancel his... It looked like it canceled his
Mini
time-lapse
stunned him?
animation.
Mini stunned him when he was
Yeah.
trying to time-lapse in the last one, maybe.
That's brutal.
I mean, Weaver's just so squishy. Like, sure, he's got Lincolns, but you look at his overall health at this stage, and even Razor was smacking him down.
Holy crap. That's unfortunately likely going to be the game now with no Weaver, no Oracle, neither with buyback. Mirana can buy back just to take out that Helm of the Dominator creep again, and that's probably about it.
At the same time, I think it really highlights just the weakness of Weaver in these situations as a carry. Very bad stats growth.
Yeah.
Not really the type of hero that can withstand heavy burst damage in general.
It's like pure single target. You compare it to what Gyrocopter's offering here with Flak.
He's offering everything. He's
just-
tanky.
Yep.
He does heavy damage. He does it to everyone, not just to one target.
I think the other big thing is Venge as a defensive support is so much more reliable than Oracle, because often you false promise, you cancel lasso, but that hero still died. I feel like we've seen maybe 5 false promise on lassoed heroes that still ended up dying 10 seconds later. So
And we've seen a lot of no false promises
Yes.
because he's not in
with the,
range.
yeah, with the swap trick as well. So I'm actually starting to feel more and more that it's not like a necessity to ban Oracle when you have Batrider, just because the fact you catch a hero and pull him out of position sometimes in itself will guarantee you that kill, even if you don't get very much duration on your lasso. So
I wonder if it would have worked as well without the Venge, though. Like, if it was just a Batrider, because I have not seen that particular combo